Won the Commissioner's Cup.
Big time.
Without Caitlin Clark.
Big time.
No Caitlin Clark. They still went out there, took care of business against a very, very, very good Lynx team. A Lynx team that had won the Commissioner's Cup last year, if I'm not mistaken. Lynx team that got to the WNBA championship game.
The Minnesota Lynx. This is Howard setting up McDonald. And Indiana has done it. Their first ever Commissioner's Cup championship.
Against all odds, with their star players sidelined and their roster crumbling, the Indiana Fever pulled off the unthinkable, dethroning the Minnesota Lynx to claim their first ever Commissioner's Cup. This victory wasn't just about basketball, it was a statement of heart, resilience, and a team that refused to be counted out. The Indiana Fever accomplished what many believed was impossible by securing their first ever Commissioner's Cup championship, knocking off the Minnesota Lynx in a stunning upset. As the game approached, the Lynx were undeniably the favorites, boasting an impressive 14-2 record that placed them as the top team in the WNBA. Led by MVP frontrunner Nafisa Collier, the defending Commissioner's Cup champions were poised to dominate, playing on their home court in front of a sold-out crowd that was ready to witness their team repeat as champions. The Fever, on the other hand, were in a precarious position. They were facing not only the Lynx's powerhouse lineup but also several significant challenges of their own. At the heart of these struggles was Caitlin Clark, the Fever's star player, who had been sidelined due to a groin injury that had kept her out of the last 3 games. Clark, who had been the team's leading scorer, assist leader, and the focal point of their offense all season, was an enormous loss. Her absence meant that the Fever had to step up without their primary offensive weapon, and the odds were already stacked against them. To make matters worse, the Fever were also without Dairis Dantas, who was thousands of miles away representing her country in FIBA America, leaving another significant hole in the team's rotation. But perhaps the most shocking blow came when veteran player Dana Bonner, who had been brought in during the offseason to provide leadership and experience, made the decision to quit the team after just 9 games. Bonner's departure shocked the Fever and their fans, especially considering the timing, right before the most crucial game of the season. As the Fever entered the Commissioner's Cup final, they were not only without their star but also without one of their key veterans, and the entire team appeared to be on the verge of falling apart. They had a major uphill battle to face, and it seemed like the deck was stacked against them from every direction. On the other hand, the Minnesota Lynx, with their overwhelming roster led by Collier, were expected to cruise to a straightforward victory. The Lynx had been playing flawless basketball all season, with impeccable ball movement, strong defense, and a balanced offense that left little room for error. Their dominance was so overwhelming that sportsbooks had them favored by 14 points to win the game, which only further underscored the sense that the Fever had no business being in the same arena. However, as history has shown, underdog stories can sometimes have the most dramatic endings. Despite all their setbacks and the overwhelming odds stacked against them, the Indiana Fever entered the final with a fire that no one expected. What happened next was nothing short of incredible. The Fever came out with energy, heart, and determination from the opening tip, and they refused to let the absence of Clark derail their mission. Kelsey Mitchell, one of the team's remaining stars, immediately stepped into the spotlight. She showcased her scoring ability and offensive prowess right away, pushing the pace and keeping the Lynx defense on its toes. Mitchell's ability to knock down shots from beyond the arc, shooting an impressive 41% from 3-point range during the game, became a crucial weapon for the Fever, one the Lynx couldn't seem to stop. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston, who had struggled to find her rhythm earlier in the season without Clark, finally found her groove. She dominated the paint, grabbed crucial rebounds, and showed the kind of leadership that had made her one of the most feared players in the league. Her double-double performance, with 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists, was a testament to her resilience and growth as a leader. The true game changer, however, was Natasha Howard, who stepped up in a big way and delivered an MVP-worthy performance. Howard's presence on both ends of the floor was a key factor in the Fever's success. She scored 16 points, grabbed 12 rebounds, dished out 4 assists, and added 2 steals, all while playing intense defense against Minnesota's best players. Howard's Howard's defense was a major reason the Lynx's offense faltered in the second half. She was particularly instrumental in limiting Nafisa Collier, forcing her into tough shots and contributing to Collier's 5 turnovers. Howard's defensive intensity became contagious, and it fueled the Fever's entire team. But Howard's impact wasn't just on defense. She also went 8-for-8 from the free throw line, showing nerves of steel under pressure. Her leadership and performance were crucial in maintaining the Fever's composure throughout the game. The Fever's defense as a whole was suffocating. They held the Lynx to just 39 points over the final 3 quarters and limited them to a mere 34.9% shooting from the field. Despite Minnesota's best efforts to make a comeback in the fourth quarter, the Fever responded with timely baskets from Mitchell, Boston, and newcomer Arie McDonald, effectively sealing the game. It was a collective effort from all the players on the court, as every member of the team contributed in some way. Sophie Cunningham, who had been a spark plug off the bench, provided 13 points and 7 rebounds, including 3 three-pointers that helped the Fever close the gap after an early deficit. Cunningham's clutch performance helped keep the Lynx at bay, and her energy was contagious. Lexi Hall also made her presence felt, contributing crucial plays that demonstrated her readiness for this stage. New signing Arie McDonald made an immediate impact, scoring 12 points and adding much-needed depth to the roster. In total, 5 Fever players scored in double figures, and their balanced scoring attack was one of the key reasons they were able to take down the Lynx. As the game wound down, the Fever's ball movement returned to form. The unselfish play that had been a hallmark of their season re-emerged, with crisp passes and smart decisions that allowed them to build and maintain a lead. The defense was equally impressive, as the Fever forced turnovers and made it difficult for Minnesota to execute their usual offensive sets. Despite a late push from the Lynx, the Fever never lost control, closing out the game 74-59 and proving that their victory wasn't just a fluke, it was a well-earned statement win. The victory was a testament to the resilience, heart, and unity of the Fever team. It wasn't just about one player but about the collective effort of the entire roster. After the game, Caitlin Clark, though sidelined with her injury, was the first to celebrate with her teammates. Clark's 6 words in the locker room, "Everybody in the league is sick," perfectly captured the emotions of the moment. Clark's comment reflected the underlying tension and jealousy that had been building in the league all season long, with the Fevers when proving that they were more than just a team reliant on Clark's brilliance. It was a statement that shook the WNBA to its core, with the basketball world forced to acknowledge the Fever as a legitimate threat. For the Lynx, despite their defeat, head coach Cheryl Reeve admitted that Indiana had simply outplayed them, giving the Fever the respect they had earned with their performance. The victory solidified the Fever's position as a team with championship potential. While the Commissioner's Cup is not a WNBA title, it served as a powerful reminder that true champions can rise above adversity. The Fever proved they had the depth, heart, and character to win without their star player. When Clark returns, the Fever will be an even more dangerous team, knowing that they can succeed without her and ready to take the next step toward greatness. The 2025 season now holds immense promise for the Fever, and with their resilient core, they will be a team to watch for years to come. The victory wasn't just a one-off win, it was a declaration that Indiana Fever basketball had entered a new era, one built on team chemistry, resilience, and a never-give-up attitude. The Fever's future looks bright, and with Caitlin Clark's eventual return, they will be poised to take on the WNBA with renewed strength.